We just got a huge injury update from Andy Reid on 3 different players, and he also teased the possibility of the Chiefs signing somebody in free agency. Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and like I just said, Andy Reid just got done talking to the media this morning, and he dropped a couple bombshells that we have got to unpack in this video. So the first one being that 3 different Chiefs are close to making their return. Andy Reid said, quote, Charles, JuJu, and Isiah are close. JuJu closer than the other 2. We might have them out there this week. We'll see how it goes. They are very close, all 3 of them. Again, this is from Andy Reid's Monday morning press conference. He just got done speaking with the media, and I feel like what I've been reporting on this channel for the past couple weeks is that we're going to see Isiah Pacecho and Charles Omenihu come back in the next couple weeks. That was the timeline for their recovery. That was the timeline to get them back on this team. Now, with JuJu Smith-Schuster, I felt a bit different because I didn't really know, what that hamstring was looking like and how long he was truly going to be out, because he tweaked it in that 49ers game and was out immediately, and he hasn't even really practiced since that injury. And so I was concerned. I thought that a guy that has already really been struggling with leg issues and hamstring problems, it probably wasn't going to be a good sign. But the fact that JuJu Smith-Schuster is closer to returning than both of the other guys that I'm optimistic return by the end of the month, that is a very good sign for this Chiefs team. And I think that as you've seen over the past couple weeks, the Chiefs are getting gradually healthier every week. Soon it's going to be Hollywood Brown coming back to practice, and Chiefs fans, I guarantee you, you are not ready for that. So we've got great news on the injury front. Charles Omenihu, JuJu Smith-Schuster, and Isiah Pacecho are all close to returning. Again, this is all according to Andy Reid on his press conference. Now, this is an area that I really want to get into because if you watched yesterday's win against the Broncos, we can all talk about the blocked field goal attempt by Leo Chenal and what a crazy play it was. But one of the main issues that I saw in watching yesterday's game was the offensive line, and specifically that left tackle position. Wanya Morris went down with a leg injury. And when he went down, I had some choice words. I was definitely concerned with the rookie Kingsley Suamataia coming in and replacing Wanya Morris. And that's because in the short sample size of what we've seen from Kingsley this year, he has been one of the worst left tackles in football. And you kind of saw the exact same thing happen yesterday. When Wanya Morris left the game, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life and got hit a lot. Kingsley Suamataia, a guy that was drafted in the 2nd round earlier this year, is and has no business playing left tackle for the Chiefs this season. He was horrible. He was one of the left tackles that I think that they picked because of the athletic upside, but he was bad. He's been bad all season. You saw back in week 2, Trey Hendrickson bullied him. And this Broncos defensive line, which I will give them some credit for because they have a lot of great pieces, that Broncos defensive line killed Kingsley all day. And you saw when Wanya Morris was able to miraculously return, that drive for the Chiefs, the last drive, it did go better. Now, it didn't end in how we wanted it to, but they were at least able to sustain going on a drive because Kingsley wasn't letting whichever defensive end was lined up against him right through to hit Patrick Mahomes. And so I think that if you watched yesterday's game, we can be in agreement that Kingsley Suamataia is not ready to play left tackle for this Chiefs team right now. Now, that's not saying that he couldn't be an interesting candidate next year or maybe the year after that, but he's not ready, and he was bad, and it really concerns me because Wanya Morris has struggled a bit with minor injuries this season, and if Wanya Morris goes out, you saw what the result is, and it's not pretty, and Patrick Mahomes was at risk of injury a lot yesterday, and it's because your rookie left tackle just is not ready. And so that brings up a very interesting free agent option that maybe Brett Veach and the Chiefs are willing to look into because he has some familiarity with the offense, playing on the offensive line for the past 2 seasons. I think it could make a lot of sense, and that is re-signing left tackle Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith is currently sitting on his couch, and he's been tweeting out a lot recently because he's watched the offensive line perform. He knows that he could do better. And so he's kind of been maybe throwing some things out there for the Chiefs to maybe take a flyer on a guy that knows the system, played in it last year, and won a Super Bowl. And so when asked about the possibility that the Chiefs re-sign Donovan Smith, Andy Reid said that that's Brett Veach's area, but quote, "I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no to Donovan Smith." I think that is a very interesting quote, and Andy Reid was actually late to his press conference this morning. Maybe Brett Veach and him were having that conversation about signing Donovan Smith at least as a backup, because I don't think that Donovan Smith is in football shape right now, and it might take him a couple weeks to get back to football shape, but bring him in just as a backup, because God forbid Wanya Morris gets hurt, they're screwed. You cannot win a Super Bowl with Kingsley Suamataia as your left tackle. It has been totally evident this season that he is a long way away from being a serviceable player. He's been one of the worst left tackles in the game of football, and a lot of it might be his confidence. He just doesn't have that same confidence, but that's an issue. That is a big problem, and I think that Donovan Smith could solve a lot of those depth issues for this Chiefs team. Now, really quickly before we continue, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, the Rice Real Estate Group. Welcome to the Rice Real Estate Group, Kansas City's premier partner in real estate. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, you'll receive a tailored experience designed just for you. Specializing in residential, commercial, and investment properties, the dedicated team over at the Rice Real Estate Group helps guide you through every transaction, including navigating those short, complex sales. With a commitment to personal one-on-one service, they will ensure that you are supported every step of the way. You can achieve your goals with expertise, care, and a customized approach that truly makes a difference. Ready to make your next move? The Rice Real Estate Group is here to make it happen. For more information, call 816-819-9333. I think the Chiefs need to go out and sign Donovan Smith. I understand that some Chiefs fans have a lot of confidence in Wanya Morris, and listen, I think that he's been a capable left tackle this season, but Donovan Smith offers you that depth that you don't currently have. Because let's just say in an AFC Championship game or a Super Bowl, you have to go to your backup left tackle, and it's Kingsley Suamataia. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Because I think that if we want to kill Patrick Mahomes, why even put him out there? Like that is just a way for him to get hurt. And listen, you can win a Super Bowl with your wide receivers hurt. You can win a Super Bowl with guys on your defense banged up. But if Patrick Mahomes goes out, you're screwed. There is no chance that this Chiefs team can three-peat without 15 on this team. So I think that Donovan Smith has to be a name that Brett Veach is looking at very closely. There's other left tackle options out there, but listen, Donovan Smith knows the system. I don't think it would take him that long to get into shape, and you know he's an immediate upgrade over Kingsley Suamataia. So Chiefs Kingdom, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think of all this injury news with guys like JuJu Smith-Schuster, Isiah Pacecho, and Charles Omenihu all very close to returning? And what do you think about the possibility of re-signing and bringing back left tackle Donovan Smith? I think that Smith is a fantastic depth piece that it's a very low risk, and you hope you don't have to use Donovan Smith, but God forbid if you have to, he is miles and miles ahead of what Kingsley Suamataia is in 2024. And so I think that we have to be proactive here, not wait until these injuries pile up, and go out and make the move to get a backup left tackle, potentially maybe a starting left tackle if Wanya Morris goes down. So Chiefs Kingdom, that is all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and go Chiefs.